Living van life for a week, baby. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. I've watched so many van life videos. And every single time I watch one on YouTube or I see a post on Instagram, I'm always like, that would be so cool to do. Driving from one cool spot to another, seeing all these different locations and meeting all these new people. But with all these times that I've thought about doing it, I've never actually done it. So for a week, I decided to live out of a van. Not that I actually knew what I was doing or thought I'd be good at it, but because I wanted to stop watching other people do the things I want to do and instead experience it myself.
Couldn't have parked any closer. I love everyone just pulled over to the side. We are Banff National Park! Woo!
I think what was so exciting about not just like this fresh new experience that van life was, but it was the fact that I was doing it on arguably one of the most beautiful highways in all of the world, the Icefields Parkway. For those who don't know, it's like a 200 to 300 kilometer highway stretch from Lake Louise, again, another iconic place in Canada, that goes all the way down to Jasper. It genuinely felt like every place I turned, whether it be left, right, forward, back, was a postcard. I think that is actually the most simple way that I can put how beautiful it was. I truly think it is something everyone should experience in their life, and I'm glad and I'm honored that I was able to.
So we are speeding up now to our normal speed of around 6.5 meters a second. It may sound fast, it's not, I promise.
Summiting the Whistlers at almost 2,500 meters was I'd never seen anything like that before. There was a point while we were up there after having lunch, taking our photos, looking around, that just kind of hit me like, I don't want to leave. Like, it's so beautiful, and like the fact that people get to do this on a daily basis and explore all these different things and see these stunning views every single day.
Look at this view. You can go everywhere. Holy moly. Okay, time to go back down. That'll be fun. Yeah.
And that was something I thought about more and more throughout the trip. The more we lived in our van, the more we went on our hikes, the more we experienced everything that this lifestyle and Western Canada has to offer. It makes me happy that other people get to experience it, but it also makes me, I think, really jealous that I don't get to do it on a regular basis. And that was such a bittersweet feeling that kind of encapsulated everything.
All right, so far van life, I won't lie to y'all, is very, very great. This van just has everything that you need it to. We have a kitchen back there, full bed, storage unit for all the clothes, miscellaneous camping chairs, pots, pans, etc., whatever. It's awesome. I got a pistachio ice latte. Oh, it's good. It's real good right now in the morning. I will admit, I think it is kind of crazy that people just like live out of this and just have everything that they own, everything that means something to them, in a 20-foot by 10-foot van. Kind of crazy to me. I'm still wrapping that idea around me, but it is an idea that, like, I watch people on YouTube that do this. I contemplated the idea for a little bit as self, so it does seem really fun. And that's, you know, my time frame is only going to be a few days doing this, but doing it long term in the beautiful mountains as we've seen, like, it's just, I understand why people do it. I get it. I really do. Also, just look at how much room we have in here. Like, I am standing back here. I can jump. I can't do that in a normal car. I'm really glad that we ended up finding this company that does kind of like a camper van life rental for however long you want to do it. So you can get a taste of it, be on the road, explore stuff, but also enjoy nature and kind of get that balance between the two worlds, which, you know, I think is what we were going for from this trip.
So big shout out to Karma Camper Vans. I'm not sponsored at all. They're just a genuinely awesome company. Their van was great. It was such an easy process and honestly perfect if you want to try van life yourself. But yes, I am extremely happy with how this has turned out so far, and I could see myself doing this again multiple times, whether it be back here, Banff, Jasper area, or anywhere else in the world. Like, this is really cool and really fun, and I'm enjoying myself. I've always loved the idea of van life, the freedom behind it, the simplicity, waking up somewhere new every single day. But actually living in a van is a little different than watching it on YouTube. There's that idea and image of people in Western Canada living out of vans, surfing every single day, new hikes, new explorations, everything along those lines. And although that is totally what you can experience through van life, a lot of what you don't see is kind of the runnings of it and kind of the setup and how it works really. It brings up so many little inconveniences that you don't really, I guess you take for granted in your everyday life. Like, oh, I forgot to go to the bathroom at dinner, now I gotta wait till we get to the campsite. And living at a campsite isn't for everybody, or the fact that you'd have to make your bedroom and kind of prepare the van every single night for sleeping. Jumping over top of the bed every single time you wanna grab something. Yeah, don't get me wrong, everything you can do and everything you can see is phenomenal and beautiful. But these are a lot of the things that I don't think a lot of people think about when they think about this lifestyle in general. But that kind of come in association to living out of a van. I think it's just if you approach it every single day saying, hey, look, I get to experience and travel to all these cool places and see all these different things because I live in a van, I'm gonna look past these other things instead of saying, oh, I live in a van, I need to do these things so that I can see other things. You know what I mean? Like it's looking at it through a different perspective, kind of like glass half full, glass half empty, I guess. Which I think is a pretty good way to not just look at that, but life in general as well. And I love having a plan to traveling, and I love general ideas, but the one thing I hate is when people plan things to a T. Like at this time we have to go eat, this time we have this dinner, we have this reservation, blah, blah, blah. Like that, I don't like that. I like, here is our general plan, general idea of what we're gonna do. This place looks really cool, why don't we stop here? And I think van life totally encapsulates that part of me and just translates it to literally the most scenic and adventurous way possible. I think something that it taught me that I really loved was to kind of embrace this full chaotic adventure kind of aspect of life. We had gone into this trip with kind of a good idea of the landmarks and places that we wanted to go to. But as we were driving initially through Calgary to Jasper, we had seen stuff on the road that we were like, let's do this on the way back. And because we had our own van and we could get there and we could explore it at our own pace, like we had the freedom to do it. And that's something that I know I really appreciated. And I think what I realized about van life is that it's more than just like this Instagram-y way to live. I think it really embraces the simplicity of life and kind of that minimalistic approach to it. You know, you're really confined to this small space where all of the important things and the things that you care about in life have to go. But at the end of the day, those things that you bring with you, you know, those important things, it doesn't really matter. None of it really does. The whole point of it is to embrace the freedom, embrace being in a different place, embrace talking to different people and the freedom that allows you. And yeah, you may not have the materialistic things that other people have in other lives where they have mansions and cars and jacuzzis, whatever it may be. But I do really think you're rich and arguably richer in many other ways. And that's something that I don't think I genuinely could have actually understood and like felt in my bones unless I experienced it myself for a week. And here I am on the other side. I think van life is equally annoying, stressful, exciting, fresh, different, challenging, all of these things in between. But I do think it is actually well worth it. And to do it and experience in my own country, a place that I've never seen before on the western part of Canada, through arguably the most beautiful drive and landscape and postcard-like scenery I've ever seen in my entire life. I truly mean this when I say it's a week I'll never forget. I got to experience it for a week and I absolutely loved it, but one thing I know for sure is that I'm glad that I stopped watching other people, you know, live these dreams, live my own dreams, and got to actually experience it myself. Even if it was for just that week, like I said, I think it changed a lot of the ways that I see life and experience different things and kind of put me out of this comfort and routine that so many people are used to. And isn't that the whole point of this? The whole point of this channel, the whole point of life in general? And I think there's something poetic about that. And I really, really love that about it all. So get out there and stop watching other people live your dreams. Go do them yourself. If you're wondering what this is behind me, this is the thumbnail for my short film travel video of this week-long van life journey that I'm talking about. But yeah, I always like to make a little travel film for every place that I go and kind of every adventure that I visit. And it just so happens to go in tandem with this video. 2 birds with 1 stone, everybody. You're welcome. No, but seriously though, if you do check it out, it honestly means the world, so thank you very much.